Hey there. Thought I'd walk on a different road today than the one I usually do and show you. I'm headed to the small town local grocery store to see if I can get a bag of salad. I'll show you if I do at the end. It's nice for me because I'm the only one who really eats it, so if they have a marked down salad bag, I can get it for like $2 and have salad all week. What I did try growing this year just didn't want to work. And it's so hot now, I don't know. I guess that's kind of what I wanted to talk about is when you feel like you're not in just a season, but you're in a lifetime of suffering. And I don't mean suffering like constant physical suffering. I just mean the gamut. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's physical, but all the while. And I know that the reason for it is so we appreciate our moments of joy more. Like, I get that. I know that I'm not wanted here, not really needed, and for a mother, that alone is heartbreaking enough to not be needed anymore. And it doesn't matter to me so much anymore. Like, I don't have to be liked by these people or loved. But it is sad. It's rather tragic for like what might have been, what could have been. And I mean overall for us as a society, because obviously this society was not sustainable. Nobody is happy with their current situation. Not even happy, just nobody, very few people are seeming content or grateful. And I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head, but at what cost? And I think we all do that. And again, this is where my experience maybe can help others. I think we all compromise every day, some little piece of ourselves. See, that's what's really meant by selling your soul, is how far are you willing to compromise against your inherent principles and or value system, or sometimes your faith system, your system of faith, whatever it is that you decide to base your morals on. Every day we compromise just to be a part of this. And is it worth it anymore? Because the sense of community, of organizing, the reason people started organizing together in the beginning, for that sense of community and tight-knit family, that no matter what happened, there was somebody there to lean on or lean on you. When both parties are leaning, you both stay up. When just one is leaning, you both fall down. And that's where everybody is responsible for each other to a point. I might clip this to walk through the park because there's people there, and I'm talking about spiritual things as you're walking through, an area of the regular populace. I don't know, most people, they don't want to hear that. So, and not that, again, I'm not denying God or Christ or anything like that. And I got that new app, so we'll see if I can learn to stitch a few of these together for you. I'll see you in a couple minutes up the road. All right. Nice breeze always comes through this area with all the tree coverage. You get a little shade too, so it's a nice combination. Ooh, there's some wind. Thank you for the breeze. Please, rock it. I've been asking for rain all day. I hope we get some. It's pretty warm here right now. So, I was also thinking about how much trauma, how much persecution have people given in before? Did they just have to wait for that moment of breakthrough? Or have they given up their faith? And so they were spared their lives and weren't martyred? You don't hear about those people. And the saints who were martyred and didn't give up their faith, were they always calm, cool, and collected? How did they deal with everyday persecutions? Because, see, when the system sets its sights against you, when you speak out against it, there are a lot of different little ways in which it can make your life miserable. And I think of like the Adjustment Bureau and the movie Falling Down. Your mail, when you call in and you have to deal with customer service, your doctor, all of these things are connected. Your phone can listen to it all, your TV can listen to it all, some people's refrigerators can listen to it all. So you start talking about things that they really don't want talked about, even though they can't blot truth out, because truth will always stand. There's such a saturation of falsities and false information on the internet so that people can go viral, make their money, honey. Gotta make that bread, gotta make that money, stack that cheddar, stack them bills. I was like that. I'm not talking down about you per se. I'm just saying there are better and more important things in this life that we're supposed to be focused on. They don't want you to be. That right there should make everybody suspicious. What can you get with money? How long does a new thing keep you happy before it's no longer a novelty and you set it aside for the next thing? And how many of those things never break? Are there to hold you when you're sad or you're crying, or when you're sick, they take care of you, your stuff and your things. And how much persecution, covert and otherwise, and being canceled, having your family avoid you like you're a leper, a laughing stock, because to your community now you are. So then you have to deal with your family being that way and casting you out. How much can somebody endure before they say, that's enough? And I'm just wondering, like, do you set down your faith because God doesn't actually pull you right up out of your troubles like Enoch? Just some things I've been thinking about. I've wanted to do this for a long time, so I don't know if I'll mash it up with what else I took today or if I'll let it be on its own. But one of my favorite memories of my oldest son, so this is a little tribute to him. His first day of school. One picture I still have. He was such a sweet, kind-hearted young man, little boy, before other things interfered. Something nefarious took over, and I was unawares. His first day to school, he got on his little scooter, because we lived in a mobile home park, and I won't really call it a trailer park because they were all double wides, and it was nice, it was clean for the most part. Everybody was cool with each other at first. It's always like that at first, everywhere you go. Can we learn to love each other despite our differences because of them? I sure hope so. And no, I'm not some expert specimen or ideal specimen. I've learned from doing all the wrong things. That's why I share what I share. So his first day of school, he got on his little Jeffrey scooter and started scooting down the lane because we lived pretty far up the lane. And then he noticed that a couple of people's trash cans were knocked over, so he stopped and he took the time to pick those up. He said, it could be an elderly person. We don't know, Mom, so we should pick it up. Gosh, I was so pleased at that moment when I saw that little gesture. And he got back on that scooter, but then he left me behind. And he said, ride like the wind, bullseye. You always know as a parent that your children will move out, that that's what should happen, not that's the natural progression. But now he's left me behind in another way. And what does that mean? What does that mean, the little child that you looked after? For all of us estranged parents who had no idea this was coming, no idea that it was orchestrated, most people. Hopefully you all will start to put the pieces together soon. For my testimony, my mom having me sign the insurance paper at 17, conveniently meeting that 6-year-old individual at 17 with a man who took in foster kids that I was working for conveniently at that time. Anyways, when people leave you behind, what does that mean for you? See, that's the thing about love. Real love is wanting the best for the other person, even and usually ahead of your own well-being. You want what's best for them. The selfish, self-centered love is you just want them. You don't care about what needs or wants or desires they have, needs, dreams. All you care about is keeping them with you. And that's when that materialistic, hedonistic ideology starts to creep in. I don't know. What does that mean when your family that you love so much and that you devoted 25 years to, working more than one job, never saving because you weren't allowed? I should have known when he didn't want to talk about the future and he didn't want to save, and when it seemed like he was hiding me. All the years I sat around waiting to be noticed again. My mom thought that I always had to be the center of attention, and I got upset when I was ignored. It's not the case. But if you choose to be with somebody, you should spend some time with them. All the years I waited to be seen again, just to be taken to a corn maze like I always wanted to do, or ice skating again, or he said to me a few months ago, "Weren't you supposed to be disabled?" Doesn't mean I'm dead. I have good days and I have bad days, and I really think that if I was out of this environment, I could be a productive member of society again. When you're in an abusive relationship, whether that abuse is physical, mental, emotional, verbal, financial, or it's just due to negligence and neglect, much like we're in an abusive relationship with our government these days. All the years I waited just to be seen again. Maybe this year he'll take me to a corn maze. Maybe this year he'll take me to a nice dinner. Maybe this year he'll get me an adult present for our anniversary. Maybe none, maybe then, maybe then, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. 8 years I've spent crying almost every day. And the weight of everything, seeing them walk the road to hell, basically. Watching them harm themselves is brutal when you love somebody. Karma, I'm getting that in spades. I asked God to have my purgatory here and now, if it was a real thing, because I don't want to have to do it after this. This has been hard enough. All the years and nights I waited for my mom to notice me. Maybe one day she'll recognize me again when she has time for me, when my brothers and sisters grow up. Maybe if I watch them enough and I help her be a mom enough, maybe then she'll have time to be a mom to me again. Maybe tomorrow she won't yell at me for taking lunch money out of her purse so that I could eat today. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. How about today, friends? How about today? Thank you. I don't know, guys. What does that say? How much can you endure before your own heart starts getting cold? Before persecution is no longer refining you, but it's wearing you down. Do you say, "Uncle"? Do you just endure until you die? I don't want to endure. I want to thrive. And God wants that for us too. I know that. God bless you all. Have a beautiful day. I just got back home to bring Sammy outside to go potty, and we're getting that rain I've been asking for all night and morning as soon as I walk back outside. God is good all of the time. Now the maybe mound can have some water, some natural water. Y'all have a blessed day. Hopefully you have sun or rain as needed, whatever it is you need. Ask the Lord. He wants you to. I love you. Have a blessed day.